Greetings to everyone out there in the NoDQ galaxy. Welcome to the NoDQ live recap of Monday Night Raw for July 29th, 2019. We have SummerSlam less than 2 weeks away, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And yes, Team NoDQ will be in the house or in the country of Canada for the SummerSlam pay-per-view. We will have a meetup, which will be Sunday before the pay-per-view. Head over to nodq.com/Toronto for details on that. Anyways, how's it going, everybody in the chat room? I appreciate the viewership, whether you are watching on demand or if you're watching live. As long as you're watching, I'm happy. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go ahead and get started. We opened up Raw in a different fashion than usual, which I did like. We had a video package, but not for the main event storyline, but rather the WWE 24/7 Championship. We had a video package for the 24/7 title showing all of the various segments with R-Truth, Drake Maverick, the Legends, Ted DiBiase, all the women from Raw Reunion. We had Raw kickoff with a Mosh Pit 24/7 mixed tag team match, which basically was a lumberjack match, but in this match, the 24/7 title rule was suspended for the match. I guess they should call it the 23 3/4/7 title because it's not defended 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you're going to have these matches where the rule gets suspended. Just saying, it's not 24/7. But I'm nitpicking, I know. We had Drake Maverick and his wife Renee versus R-Truth and Carmella. You had all the guys that are invested in the 24/7 title, basically the team catering. They were all outside the ring. We had R-Truth pin Drake Maverick, and Michael Cole made sure to mention that as soon as the match was over, the 24/7 rules were back in place. We had everybody get in the ring. There was a big pile up on R-Truth, and Mike Kanellis was at the bottom of the pile. So therefore, he got the pinfall. He was recognized as the brand new 24/7 champion. We had Mike run into the WWE officials' locker room and lock himself in. Maria then started knocking on the door. She was upset. She was very upset. She was yelling. She was calling him Michael Kanellis and demanding that he opens the door. And Mike was afraid that Maria was Carmella pretending to be Maria. Then Maria responded by saying, "If you don't open the door, I am going to kick you." And this is a direct quote from Maria. "I am going to kick you in your vagina." Yes. By the way, we have our first super chat donation of the evening from Reagan, Reggin, with a $5 super chat. Says, "I'm champion, so y'all can slob my knob like corn on the cob. Come sniff my breath and catch the taste of your mama's snatch." Okay. Well, on that note, Reagan is the brand new NoDQ Super Chat champion, and he's crossing the line a little into that unacceptable terminology, but I'll let that one slide. A little bit better here. Psycho Jet Black with a $5 Super Chat, quickly ending Reagan's unremarkable reign as champion, saying, "I relinquish the title to Blasphemous HD. Hashtag, I'ma edit that one out. Also, Michael Cole is more over than EC3. Ouch. That is really cruel. And don't be saying that to TJS because we all know TJS loves himself some EC3. I apologize for that previous super chat, by the way. I was almost not going to read it, but I thought, all right, it's borderline. I'll go ahead and read it. Whatever. So anyways, let's move on here. We had a gauntlet match, which, to put it in WWE terms, we have a 3-hour show and we need to fill time. We had the 5-man gauntlet. It started off with Rey Mysterio and Cesaro. We had the return of matches continuing after the commercial break, so no start and stops. We actually had a match continue after commercial break. Back and forth a little bit, but in the end, Rey Mysterio picked up the win with the 619 and the big splash. Then Sami Zayn ran down, and Rey Mysterio quickly beat Zayn with a roll-up small package. Then we had Andrade come out, and this was actually a fairly competitive match between Andrade and Mysterio. Poor Sami Zayn, he got in and out, and that was his only appearance on this entire show. Andrade ended up pinning Rey Mysterio with the hammerlock DDT. However, there was a bit of an awkward moment here with the referee. I'm not sure if the referee botched the pinfall. I'm not sure what happened here, but it looked very awkward. After the pinfall, we had Andrade rip off the mask of Rey Mysterio, and for a very brief second, you could see Rey Mysterio's face. For those of you that haven't seen it before, you were getting a taste of what he looks like without the mask, but if you watch WCW, you already know what he looks like without the mask anyway, so really nothing all that special. Before I finish this, Power Packers 90 with a $5 super chat, so congratulations, Power Packers 90. You are the new NoDQ super chat champion. He says, fitting video package for the belt's death, vagina. Well, thank you for that, Power Packers. For those of you wondering what the deal is here, this is the NoDQ Super Chat Championship. If you donate $5 or more, I officially recognize you as the NoDQ Super Chat Champion, and you can leave a message. You can determine how you win the title, who you beat for it. You can forfeit it to somebody. It's your creative freedom to do what you want. $5 or more gets you the NoDQ Super Chat Championship. So congratulations to Power Packers 90 for that. Now, let's get back to the gauntlet match. Ricochet came out as the last person. He was very upset about his buddy, Rey Mysterio, getting his mask ripped off. This was a pretty good match. I mean, these guys definitely have some chemistry. Of course, no surprise to me, Ricochet won against a very game Andrade, courtesy of the 630. Again, this was basically filler. I mean, going into this match, I figured, okay, yeah, Ricochet's probably winning to face AJ again. Why not just do 5 guys in one match and have it half the length? Well, you have a 3-hour show. You got to fill time, so you do these gauntlet matches. We had Ricochet do a post-match promo. He said, people tend to only believe what they see. So at SummerSlam, after he wins the title, everyone will believe in him. Meanwhile, AJ Styles was backstage watching on the monitor and basically laughing his ass off. Backstage, we had Mike and Maria Kanellis once again. Mike talked about how he won the title for both of them. Maria was angry, as she has been over the past several weeks, maybe years. Maria told Mike to get down on his back, and then she proceeded to bring over a referee. She put one foot on top of Mike, and there you go. Maria Kanellis is the brand new WWE 24/7 champion, the first pregnant champion in WWE, and she walked around backstage and she was bragging about how she's the champion. Of course, nobody wants to mess with a pregnant woman, so does this mean the title's retired because nobody can pin her? Well, Maria did invite everybody to her appointment coming up this Thursday for her baby, and I guess we're going to have some kind of skit where she's in the room and somebody's going to pin her in the room without her actually taking any bumps. Something like that. We're going to have some kind of wacky skit. I would presume this is going to just be a short title reign here. R-Truth will probably be dressed up as the Doctor. And right as I said that, Kurapika07 predicted it. So yeah, that's what I feel is going to happen. But yeah, this was some interesting stuff. I felt like it got some mixed reviews online. Some people thought it was very entertaining. Some people thought it was absolutely absurd and it's ruining the 24/7 title. The thing is, the 24/7 title is not really meant to be taken seriously in the first place. And people are saying Mike Kanellis is buried and his career's over. I mean, think about it. How much TV time was the guy getting before this? Pretty much nothing. So he went from getting no TV time to being on TV every single week. Yeah, it's not in the best of roles. It's basically a comedy act. But hey, at least he's getting TV time and he's getting to do something. So it is what it is. I mean, you could look at it in different ways. Moving on here, we had the Usos come out for their triple threat tag team match for the tag team titles. And during their pre-match promo, one of them, I'm not sure if it was Jimmy or Jay. It would have been funny if it was Jay or Jimmy, I should say. I get them confused. I still, to this day, I don't know which Uso is which. I guess I should really pay more attention to their tattoos. But one of them dropped the mic, and I was thinking, if that was Jimmy, that would have been hilarious, just the timing of everything. And I like how everyone's thinking this match was announced for Raw, and were we going to see the Usos actually win back the tag team championships? Well, as it turns out, that did not happen. We had the Revival versus the OC versus the Usos triple threat match. Again, it's a triple threat match, which means no DQs. Yet, they still do tags, whatever. Not really the best match. I mean, I was enjoying it, but it was just so lengthy. And part of the problem was that the crowd was not into it for the most part. Little Rock, Arkansas, not one of the better WWE cities. The crowd was quite flat for most of this show. And I think that definitely hurt this match because it was going on for a long time and the crowd just wasn't getting into it much. There was a cool moment. So here's an example of why the crowd really hurt this match. So there was a really cool spot where one of the Usos did a superplex to Dawson to the outside of the ring onto the other four guys that were on the floor. If this was 75% of the Raw cities, the crowd would have been going crazy for this. They would have been chanting, "This is awesome, holy crap," all that stuff. And there were like 10 people chanting, "This is awesome." Like it was a really weak chant, and I think that just hurt the match. But anyways, we had the big finish here, which was the Magic Killer to Jimmy Uso. So yes, Jimmy Uso took the fall in this match, and the OC, brand new WWE RAW Tag Team Champions. And speaking of new champions, Power Packers 90 back with another $5 super chat. So congratulations, Power Packers 90. I'm going to strum the guitar here like Hollywood Hogan. You are the new NoDQ super chat champion. And he says, "I would rather be off TV than treated like Mike Kanellis is being treated. His fault for not leaving and going to All Elite Wrestling." Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And if you have family, then sometimes you got to think family first. And Mike Kanellis might have just felt like WWE was a better gig. And hey, if he can get TV time and they can do their thing and make a good living, then so be it. Don't have to take a bunch of crazy bumps. Everyone has a different vision of what they want to do with their own career. But anyways, yeah, OC, new tag team champions, California, there they come. And Psycho Jet Black with a $5 super chat says, okay, here we go. This is an interesting one. Brand new NoDQ super chat champion Psycho Jet Black wants to know, rank from cutest to least cutest, yourself, TJS, Virtue, and Big G. Also, how many reigns do I have? I don't know how many reigns you have, but if you're doing the cutest, I'm just going to put me last for political reasons. I'm not going to step on any toes. Virtue is second least cutest. Sorry, Virtue. Then you got to go with Big G because he's got that German look to him. And first place has to go to TJS because TJS, he's the baby face of our group. He's the young one, got the nice little cute baby face. So I got to go with TJS for the cutest. There you go. Now we'll move on from that. We had AJ Styles backstage. He was setting up this big celebration. They had champagne, and AJ was interviewed, but really didn't say much of anything. OC and AJ started high-fiving, hugging, and then AJ tried to, I guess, pop the champagne bottle, but didn't do it, so that was kind of lame. By the way, no Bray Wyatt on this show unless one of the puppets made a cameo. There was no Bray Wyatt. Yowie wowie. After this, we had a Raw reunion recap. That's right. A Raw reunion recap, which lasted several minutes. I believe it was the same recap that we already saw on SmackDown. Some more filler here, of course. Then we had the Viking Raiders win a squash match over local talent. Same stuff we've seen every week. You know, it's fine. I'm not opposed to the squash matches. Viking Raiders won with the Viking experience. And then we had the Street Profits backstage talking about how they were, well, I guess they were making jokes about Maria, and they were recapping what happened on the show. Dawkins suggested maybe he was the one that knocked up Maria. And then we had Seth Rollins come in, and Seth started high-fiving them, hugging. At first, he had a problem with them using his burn it down phrase, but then let them say it with him, and they all said it together. Ken, terminated by Google, says he's sick of the Street Profits already. Well, I mean, it was fine for what it was. You know, it's just them being goofy and over the top. Michael Wayne is like Seth Rollins doing comedy, weird. Real quick, I want to do a plug here. You guys can see I'm wearing the brand new Team NoDQ shirt, which has all the great wrestling catchphrases over the years. So if you guys would like to support NoDQ, you can pick up a NoDQ t-shirt over at nodq.com/shirts. We have several new designs up, and you can pick up this Team NoDQ shirt. You can also pick up NoDQ hoodies, NoDQ ball caps, and of course, NoDQ shirts. Pick up Virtue's new shirt. Not quite as cute as TJS's shirt, but you can check it out nonetheless. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, next up we had Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. Again, not much crowd heat for this other than the young girls in the crowd that were really into Becky Lynch. I mean, really into her. Nikki Cross interfered. And then Becky hit the Beck-sploder, you know, exploder suplex. They call it the Beck-sploder. Alexa immediately started selling her ankle. She was crying. The announcer, not Greg Hamilton, the other one, said that Alexa could not continue, so the match was called off. Becky Lynch was determined as the winner. Then Nikki Cross got in the ring, challenged Becky to a match. Commercial break, we come back. We got another match for Becky Lynch versus Alexa's buddy, Nikki Cross. Sorry. Becky ended up winning with the manhandle slam. So, on one hand, I find it interesting that Becky's winning with different moves. However, coming up here in a minute, I was a little bit confused. So I'll get back to that in a second. Alexa Bliss, of course, was not really injured, although some people thought maybe she was hurt. As soon as they came back from commercial, I mean, the way the whole thing was shot, I thought it was a work. And then when we came back from commercial, you see Alexa there on the chairs, just laying there. So you knew at that point it's a storyline. Natalya came out, and it appeared like she was going to make the save. You know what? I think I just completely skipped over the Moment of Bliss segment. So let me get back to that real quick. I need to go through my notes here. Yeah, wow. I completely skipped over Moment of Bliss. So let me go back to that real quick. We had the Moment of Bliss segment, which was earlier on the show, and Alexa talked about Raw Reunion, and of course later WWE would show the recap. And then we had footage from earlier in the day where Natalya was training with a couple of random female wrestlers. Fit Finlay was there also. And then all of a sudden, Becky Lynch got in the ring. She kneed Fit Finlay in the balls and then put the disarmer on Natalya. This was a very heelish thing to do. I was perplexed by this. Maybe this is WWE's way of trying to garner more sympathy for Natalya at SummerSlam and get the Canadian fans more behind her. I found this really interesting, why WWE would do this. Maybe Becky's going back heel. Maybe they're going to try to give Becky that edge back. I don't know. Or to quote Lex Luger, I don't know! Power Packers 90 with a $5 super chat says, I want my 8th title reign for Hollywood James. There you go, strumming that Hollywood guitar. Congratulations to Power Packers 90 for being the brand new NoDQ super chat champion of the entire NoDQ galaxy, brother. Anyways, back to Moment of Bliss. Alexa said she's going to knock the man down a few pegs, and, well, we saw what happened with that. And Becky appeared on the screen, said she was going to take a few moments of time to threaten Alexa, and then she said to Alexa, careful you don't injure yourself turning around too quick. So that was quite the burn. And then, of course, later Alexa gets pulled from the match, but of course she was faking it. We had Natalya try to make the save. Well, it looked like she was going to make the save, but then she ended up putting the sharpshooter on Becky Lynch. In a backstage interview, Natalya then stated that she wants a submission match at SummerSlam, but then she decided to not officially issue the challenge because she doesn't think Becky Lynch is going to accept. So here's where I thought this was a little strange. Okay, so if WWE is building up a submission match at SummerSlam, why not have Becky tap out Nikki Cross with a submission move and not the disarm her? Have her tap out with something else. The problem with the submission match is that fans are conditioned to only believe that one move's going to win for each competitor, either the sharpshooter or the disarm her. So if you're going to build up a submission match, you need to have more time, and you should have Becky winning matches with various submissions. Have Natalya win with some various submissions so fans know that any number of moves can end the match. By doing a submission match now with no solid build for it, basically there's no reason to get into the match until you see the submission holds applied. And when I'm talking about the holds, I'm talking about the sharpshooter and the disarm her. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I don't know if this is going to necessarily enhance the match. Anyways, moving on here. We had Maria taking pictures with the title, and then Braun Strowman showed up in his only appearance of the show. Strowman was standing there next to Maria, and she said, you know, he's a man. He's just there to make babies and doesn't know how to take care of babies. And then she's like, show me how big and strong you are. And then Strowman proceeded to huff and puff. And that was the segment. Pretty lame, if you ask me. Hank Schrader on the shitter, my all-time favorite username, with a $2 super chat, says, stopwatch after I saw Maria Kanellis pin her ballless man. Wow. Okay, then. Moving on here, we had Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. Dolph Ziggler trolled everybody a little bit because we had HBK's music hit, but instead of Shawn, we had Dolph Ziggler come out to HBK's music. He was doing HBK's taunts. He cut a little promo. He called Shawn Michaels and Goldberg pathetic. And then tonight he said we would get to see the real main event, the real show stealer. Rollins was on the verge of winning this match. He was going to hit the curb stomp when all of a sudden Brock Lesnar's music hits. Brock came out and proceeded to beat the holy hell out of Seth Rollins. We had an F5 into the ring post. We had a steel chair used on Rollins. And then we had not one, not two, but three F5s on a steel chair. And Seth Rollins was bleeding from the mouth, which is quite interesting considering what Vince McMahon said last week during the WWE investors call, where he referred to AEW as blood and guts wrestling and said that WWE would not be going that direction. Very first show after those comments, we get this big angle where somebody's got blood coming out from his guts. So there you go. Oh, and I like how Kayfabe Candy S got the little owl reference there. I'm glad somebody did. By the way, Nicholas Easy, EZZY, with a brand new super chat donation. So therefore, Nicholas Easy, $6, is the new reigning and defending NoDQ super chat champion of the world. Taser to the nuts to win the title. So taser to the nuts of Power Packers 90, which means Nicholas, via taser to the nuts, is now a 3-time champion. He's back, baby. Nicholas Easy back in the saddle again. This was a good angle. I mean, I thought that this was the highlight of Raw by far. This was easily the best thing on the show. Rollins was selling his ribs. Announcers thought his ribs got all busted up. Then we had Rollins carried out to the backstage area. They were trying to load him into an ambulance. There was this brawl that broke out between Roman Reigns and the Usos being attacked by Samoa Joe and the OC. Rollins got into the ambulance, or was put into the ambulance. But then the ambulance, let me try that again. The ambulance could not leave because Brock Lesnar was blocking the exit. Brock beat the crap out of Seth some more, gave him an F5 on the stretcher. So yeah, a little bit of Steve Austin 1997 here. Brock Lesnar basically saying, I told you, Rollins, we're going straight to hell. He didn't actually say that, but pretty much he did it. He expressed himself physically instead of verbally. We had Samoa Joe come out for the final segment of Monday Night Raw. He said that the summit is called off because he doesn't want to talk. He wants to fight. By the way, this whole Samoan summit thing was dumb to begin with. Why would they bury the hatchet? And why are Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns still feuding after Joe beat him last week clean? I don't get it. Real quick here, got a $2 super chat from Mike Guy. Let me try that again. Mike Garcia, not Mark Garcia, Mike Garcia. Got it right that time. You were too tough on AEW Fight for the Fallen after watching this crap. I haven't given my letter grade for Raw yet, so you don't know what I'm going to say about this show overall, but just hold on here. But thank you for the super chat, Mike. I do appreciate it. My buddy, my homeboy, Hank Schrader on the shitter, the danger, the man who knocks, with a $5 super chat, says, I'm taking the title, but Aitlin... What is wrong with me tonight? I cannot pronounce names tonight. Aitlin. Well, there you go. I just came up with something for Caitlin and I. We are now Aitlin. Aaron and Caitlin can share it if they do the What's Up dance from Truth and Carmella. Also, why do they spoil every return, i.e. Trish? Great question. I mean, if it was me, I would just have Trish Stratus show up as a surprise appearance at SummerSlam. If this was the pre-network era and you were trying to sell $50 pay-per-views, then I'd consider maybe announcing it in advance. But in the $9.99 network era, you don't need to announce Trish in advance. So why not save her return and get the big surprise pop, when people are not expecting her to be there? And let's see here. Power Packers 90 with a $5 super chat says, Hollywood James no sells the teaser, brother. I think he meant taser. And anyways, you're beating Hank Schrader on the shitter, so that guy already lost. So yeah, Power Packers 90 defeats Hank Schrader on the shitter, and he takes him out. Breaking Bad style. 1, 2, 3. 9-time champion. Also, why wouldn't they leave when Brock walked to the door? That I don't know, Power Packers 90. You're asking for too much logic in WWE storylines, so I don't know what to tell you about that one. But nonetheless, congratulations, Power Packer 90, with the super chat donation. Sunny M with a $2.79 super chat donation says, greeting from hashtag We the North, aka Toronto, Canada. Sunny M, are you coming to the NoDQ meetup? NoDQ.com/Toronto. Hope to see you there. Caitlin says she's not on board with that name, Aitlin. We're not going to be Aitlin? What? Okay, you guys got to come up with a better name then. If Aitlin's not going to work, you guys got to give us a new name. What would our name be? Let me know in the chat. Anyways, Ken terminated by Google says Karen. Psychojet Black said it too. Everyone's saying Karen. Virtue said it too. Oh, sheesh. Wow. Yeah, everyone's saying Karen, so looks like it's going to be Karen. It's either Karen or Aitlin. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's finish this before we end up going too off the rails here. Samoa Joe came out like pretty much immediately when Joe called him out because Roman Reigns is the big dog. He never backs down from a fight, never gives up. He always rises above hate. Oh, wait, wrong guy. But yeah, maybe not the wrong guy. Joe comes out, they fight. We had Drew McIntyre show up, and then Cedric Alexander made the save for Roman Reigns. And then they all started fighting on the stage. Usos came out, OC came out. We had like 8 guys out there brawling on the stage area. And then Cedric Alexander did his big spot where he jumped off the top of the Raw stage, the Raw LED set. For me, this should have ended Raw. Like, if WWE wanted to elevate Cedric Alexander, let him be the end of Raw. Like, have him jump off, have this big moment where everybody's laid out, and Cedric is the one standing. But no, they kept fighting. They all pretty much no-sold Cedric's dive. And then Roman Reigns had to spear Samoa Joe, of course, because Joe always gets his ass kicked. And the good guys stood tall to end Raw. So, I think WWE kind of ruined the end of the show by... They could have done something there with Cedric, but instead they had nobody really sell that big dive, and then Roman Reigns speared Joe. So, again, it was Roman Reigns getting more over than anybody else. Got to make Roman look strong, as Oofman Rules pointed out in the chat room. By the way, we have a $5 super chat from my man, my homie, Hank Schrader on the shitter with a $5 super chat. Says, I just blew up Power Packers with a power bomb in the wheelchair. The title is mine once again. Congratulations to Hank Schrader on the shitter. No spoilers for once again being the NoDQ super chat champion of the world. All right, so let's go ahead and do our letter grade from Monday Night Raw. I did enjoy the show overall, but there were parts of it that really dragged for me. I really liked the Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins thing. So for me, that definitely boosted the show. Main event segment, I thought, could have been better. The Becky Natalya stuff was really strange to me. The lack of crowd heat for this show definitely hurt. I did like the title change, even though OC, that name needs to go. because of the obvious OC reference, to the TV show. It's just lame. I'm fine with Anderson and Gallows being the champions, but got to change the name. 24/7 stuff I thought was fine. I know some people didn't like it. I'm going to give Raw a B-. Solid B-. Nicholas Easy with a $6 super chat dethrones our man, Hank Schrader, on the shitter. I take a crap on Hank to win back my title. 4-time champion via a crap on Hank Schrader on the shitter. Nicholas Easy is the new NoDQ super chat champion. All right, so Josh Mansfield gives this show an A-. OG Crushes with an A. Warhawk Rambo with a C. Underrated King with a C. Zach with an A+. Mike B with a C. Matt Helms with a B+. The Gameson 100 with a B-. Some pretty good ratings for Raw this week. Kev Dog with a B-. Oofman Rules with a C+. Curtis Butler says, Karen, I give it a B. Boston Punk with a B+. Nathan Washington with a C. Overall, pretty good reviews. I'm sticking with my B-. I thought it was decent Raw, maybe slightly above average. It was fine. I didn't have a lot of issues with it. Mike Garcia with a $2 super chat says, deep down this crap sucks and AEW is better. Well, we will find out. AEW will have a chance October 2nd to put their money where their mouth is. Can they take it to the next level? That remains to be seen. It's going to be a very exciting October for sure once AEW debuts on TNT. And we'll see if Raw and SmackDown can pick up the pace. But for now, that's all I got for the Monday Night Raw review. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. Hank Schrader on the shitter says, I missed the $5 super chat, so I got to figure out who I missed. Oh, Mark K. Okay, Mark K in all the letter grades. Mark K with a $5 super chat, so it looks like he's going to end tonight as the final champion. He says, NoDQ is the best. Aaron is the man. I give the super chat title to Baker Mayfield. Dog check. Well, there you have it. Congratulations, Baker Mayfield. You are the new NoDQ Super Chat champion. Hold on a minute. Oofman Rules now comes in out of nowhere. $5 Super Chat says 22-time champion. 22? Why me? Why me? Sonny M with a $2.79 Super Chat says, I live next to the arena if need ideas for the venue. Actually, we already have a place. Head over to nodq.com/Toronto. We do have a location for that. You guys can go RSVP for that. Thank you all for watching tonight, and thank you to Oofman Rules for the Super Chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone for the Super Chats. Thank you for keeping the NoDQ Super Chat Championship alive. I'm surprised nobody did the sticker donation tonight. We have this new feature from YouTube where now you can send stickers with your donations in the chat room. I would prefer to just do a regular chat message myself, but there is such a thing now for all you people out there that were hoping to be able to donate with stickers. Now you can. But anyways, that's all I got. I will be back tomorrow night to talk about SmackDown Live. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest WWE news and rumors, and I will